This is Sports Drive.
Welcome back into Sports Drive. Once again, I'm your host, Preston Moore. I mentioned earlier in the show we would talk a little bit about 7-on-7 football. The Dumas Demons have qualified for the state tournament, very big tournament with over 100 Texas teams participating in the sport, this spring football sport. Joining me to talk about it is Dumas ISD Athletic Director Aaron Dunnam. Coach Dunnam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. I'm excited to talk a little bit about 7-on-7, and we don't have a whole lot of time, so I just kind of want to give you the opportunity to explain to me what is this, and what would you say to somebody who is watching this right now and is hearing me talk about it and saying, what the heck is 7-on-7 football? It's the month of May right now.
It is. It's a passing league. It's something that I've been familiar with for a long time. I mean, at the previous schools that I've been at, something we did really with our fourth graders all the way up. And ever since I came to Dumas, we've been pretty interested in here in Dumas as well. We just this last weekend just recently qualified for our fifth straight 7-on-7 state tournament, which will be in College Station at the end of June. And so there's three divisions of 7-on-7. So anywhere from 3A Division II down to Class A is what is called Division III. Division II is 3A Division I to 4A Division I, and then 5A up and large private schools is what they call Division I. And so you compete with schools of that size. Mm-hmm. There aren't many around us. We're actually going to host a 7-on-7, a state qualifying tournament this weekend here in Dumas. We've been fortunate to have this tournament for the last 3 years, but we find the ones that are available. We went to one in Justin, Texas, on like May the 15th. We went to another one in Mineral Wells this last weekend, of which we qualified. And in order to qualify, there's 18 tournaments or there's a 16-team tournament. The last two that we've been to were 16-team tournaments, and if you make it to the final two, those two teams will qualify for the state tournament. We are hosting an 8-team one here in Dumas, and so the champion, you have to win the championship. There will be just two pools of 4 teams. And then if you win the championship, you qualify for the state tournament in College Station. So we're excited about that. I think they allowed us to do that. They watched how much we travel. We've traveled all over the state here for the last 5 to 6 years, just putting our kids in competition. This last one at Mineral Wells played some really, really good football teams, and we're able to go 4-0 and actually qualify. And so really, really proud of our kids.
Absolutely. Very, very cool. So when it comes to qualifying for the state tournament, that's very exciting, but you mentioned to me off air, you don't coach this team, and your son helps out, facilitate, and coach the team. Talk to me about what that's like, getting to see him do that.
He does. And so the UIL doesn't allow you to coach 7-on-7. You can go. You need to be there as an administrator, and we sit back in the end zone. We watch our kids compete, but no, our coach is my son, Parker Dunnam. He sort of rounds up the defense. And then my offensive coordinator's son, Hayden Waddell, actually they both played for us 2 years ago. And he sort of rounds up as the offensive coordinator. And so he's there, calling plays and helping our kids get in and out of the right offenses and defenses. So it's really neat. These are two kids that are really young and wanting to get in the education profession. They want to be coaches. And so this is a great opportunity for them to sort of learn and understand what it takes. And so it's neat to watch them out there and watch them be able to, to try to work in and out of offenses and defense and put our kids in good situations. And, it's a lot of fun, and they really help us through this process of getting our kids in and out of this 7-on-7.
Absolutely, and learning a lot about coaching. Well, Coach, obviously we're excited for this tournament upcoming this weekend in Dumas. Before we let you go, could you tell us some times and days, like when is this tournament going on? Obviously, I would imagine lots of games over the course of a long period of time, I would guess.
This our tournament here in Dumas is actually June the 1st, this weekend, this Saturday. We'll start at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's games about every 40 minutes. And so we have 8 teams coming. And so we'll start this at 9 o'clock, and then I think the championship game will eventually be played right around 1:15. And so everything will be over here around 1:35, 1:40. We've got officials from the Amarillo chapter. It's also neat, we sort of created a a pretty good relationship with them. They come out here and they get a little practice, a little work, maybe in the off season. And so the Amarillo chapter is going to come out, and they've done a great job officiating this. We also hold a lineman challenge that goes on right with it. You know, a lot of times there's things for the skill kids to do, but what about the big kids? And so we also compete in the state lineman championship as well, and we've qualified for state as well in that the last 5 years, of which we've done again this year. So we'll be hosting a lineman challenge here where they go through about 8 or 9 different events of competing, from tug of war to tire flips to just different obstacle courses. And so we've got that going on in conjunction with our 7-on-7 tournament here in Dumas this Saturday. So we're really excited about hosting that, and really fun to watch the kids come out here and compete.
Wow, yeah, lots of exciting stuff going on out in Dumas this upcoming weekend. Very excited for the future of this 7-on-7 team and the Lineman Challenge, all of that stuff. Very, very interesting. Coach, one more time, really appreciate you coming on. And I know we're running out of time, but we just had West Plains head coach of the girls basketball team, Kevin Richardson, came on and talked a little bit about their camps. You guys have 12 different camps going on this summer. Tell me a little bit, real quick, where we can find those camps, where Dumas can find those camps to sign up for them if they want to attend.
Well, we do. We'll have every sport. I mean, starting here pretty quickly. I think baseball is starting right away, but every sport that you can imagine is holding their camps to serve our community and help our kids. And so you can find that on the Dumas ISD website. We are actually doing it on hometown ticketing. You can get on there. You can sign up for those. We've got probably our biggest one where we serve, between 400 and 500 kids. It's just our summer strength and conditioning, which it is a free camp, but for our incoming 7th and 8th graders, and then our incoming freshmen all the way through our seniors. That's starting on June the 10th. We'll host that almost the entire summer, Monday through Thursday of the entire summer. But every bit of that can be found on the Dumas ISD website under athletics. There's a link for summer camps. Get on there. It all goes through hometown ticketing, where you can sign up and get your kids involved. And so this is also just a service to our community. So we're looking forward to getting all of our kids to sign up and really be able to work with our kids this summer in all of our different sports.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, once again, thanks for coming on the show. Very excited for Dumas 7-on-7 football and all of that stuff. We'll have continuing coverage on News Channel 10 over the course of the next month. Coach Dunnam, once again, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thank you. Sure appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with more Sports Drive right after this break.